Hi Rachel, all I have for you today is a story. It's a dream I had a couple days ago. Now, the thing that's crazy about this dream that I just wanted to share with you is that it happened in 4 parts. And not only did it happen in 4 parts, but I woke up, rolled over, and fell back asleep between each of the parts of the dream. In all of the parts of the dream, I was at Concordia. So it was fairly like current, like me now. The first scene was me at St. John across the street, and for some reason I was like working in the music program, or I was like the music director or something. Like I was working for St. John and I was doing music stuff. So I was like playing my guitar and singing, and then I'd like go up into the balcony and like push buttons and stuff. And Josh Roush was there. And that was about it. But it was pretty extensive. All of I dreamt through the entire song I sang and the entire service. But it was just like really cool. It's like, ooh, I'm like doing music stuff in church, and it was fun. That was the first part. It was just kind of like, okay, that happened. Whatever. And then the second part was me in one of my music classes. It was oral skills, technically, but you know how dreams are, where it's just like weird. Like you understand that it's oral skills, and you understand you're in the music building, but it's just like wrong. And all the people in my class were people that aren't actually in that class with me. There was me, the normal teacher, my friend Matthew Porath, Karen Burgess, and Brianne Gross. So we're in music theory class, and there's just one big table, and we were talking about music, but for some reason there was like tangible music on the tables. Like the teacher would point to a thing, like I can't explain what it looks like. It was just a thing on the table, and she'd point to it and be like, look, it's a minor second. I'm like, oh yes, that's a minor second on the table. But for some reason, I was late to class that day, and I had missed the whole part of class where she explained what the minor seventh was. And so there's this thing on the table called a minor seventh, and I came into class late, and she's like, okay Beth, it's your turn to do whatever with the minor seventh. And I was like, alright, I know what's going on. I'm a smart music student. So I went over to the minor seventh thing on the table. But it turns out the thing I missed in class was that the minor seventh has 7 arms that shoot out with claws, and each arm can kill 2 people. So the minor seventh is capable of killing 14 people at one time. And this is what I missed in music class. So I go, and it turns into like a horror dream at this point, because I go over to the minor seventh, and I'm like screaming and dodging arms and trying to get out of the classroom because I almost died. And then Matthew Porath was there running around, and we're trying not to die because of the scary minor seventh arms. So that was part 2. Part 3! Part 3 is very important. I was walking from Janzow to the music building, and Doctor number 9 or 10 or whatever their numbers are now, Eccleston. Dr. Eccleston was there. And it was understood that for some reason I was Rose Tyler, but I was a regeneration of Rose Tyler. So I was still me, but a past life of mine had been Rose Tyler. And when I saw him, it had been so long since I had been with him that, like, I just had all these feelings of, like, oh my gosh, I miss you so much, and oh my gosh, I love you so much, and oh my gosh, you're Eccleston, and you're my doctor, and I just ran up and gave him a big hug and almost started crying, and he understood who I was. But then while I was hugging him and crying, Rose Tyler walked up, and there was this, like, strange understanding that between me and Eccleston that, like, she couldn't know who I was, and so, like, he was, like, pretending I was someone else, and she was hugging him too, and it was just, like, this weird, but I just wanted to be with him because I never got to see him, and it had been so long, but I had to, like, walk away because Rose came, and it was, like, really emotional. I miss my Eccleston. That feeling is still with me, and it's been 2 days. And part 4 was, again, in the music building, and I was going to oral skills, except for some reason the door to oral skills looked like a bathroom door, and there was 4 of them all in a row. So I'm like, shoot, I can't remember which door is the right one. So I open up a door, it's a bathroom. I open up a door, it's a bathroom. All the way down the 4 doors. I'm like, all 4 of those were bathrooms. One of them is definitely in my classroom. And I go back, and it ends up it's actually the second one. I don't know. They were all bathrooms the first time I looked, and then the second time I looked, my classroom was there. But I go in, sit down, same people, except this time, for no good reason, but it made total sense in the dream, of course. Our teacher, who's a lady, was showing us how boys masturbate. And then I woke up. The end. So that's it. Sorry it was over 5 minutes, but I just had to tell you the whole story, and it took that long. So I'm sorry, I should have talked faster or whatever stuff. I miss you. I love you. Don't forget to be awesome. And remember when I said goodbye to you before you moved to Fort Wayne, and you said you would make me a video when you got there? I still want a video from you, and I really miss you. And please make me a video.